I have two builds I've been working on. The first is a beginner's level featuring a beach and temple courtyard training area. So this is the beach scene. Here's a waterfall I've been working on. These are two of my characters made by a Vietnamese artist. I've just been putting some mocap data onto them. So I've also been trying out this Fluid Flux plugin to make some nice looking waves and add to the ambience of the beach. This area has mostly been inspired by our summer training courses on the beach at Whitesand Bay in Cornwall. So this level started out from two separate builds. One was in Unreal Engine 5.4 and the other in 5.5. So I updated both to 5.6.1 and imported one level into the other, which didn't work at first, so I tried it the other way around, importing the second level into the first, and with a bit of tweaking I got it to work. So I haven't done much by way of optimization yet, but the idea here is to test the capabilities of the engine, especially the latest developments such as nanites. So every model you see here, including the landscape, has been nanite enabled, and we're getting between 70 to 100 frames per second. If you consider film, for example, which is 24 frames per second, then this is perfectly adequate for the kind of purposes we require, which doesn't involve any particular demands on the engine, such as rapid movement, for example. So this means, in exchange, we can leverage up the graphics to add immersion and atmosphere to the environment. Here is the main training area, which is inspired by a temple in China called the Five Dragons Temple in Wudang Mountains. Here we have a Taoist MA Mountain style priestess showing us some warming up exercises. Then we have these Buddhist guys here, what you might call mendicants or itinerant monks. Over here is a Taoist priest. He's teaching a Tai Chi class with some villagers. So, although originally these activities could have been part of a temple, in many cases Tai Chi and Qigong were taught within families and close communities and not necessarily on a formal basis. And then over here we have some more Buddhist monks practicing Tai Chi dance, or Tiao Wu. So having tested the feasibility of the mocap and how it looks on these models, and building an environment to test the capabilities of the engine, the next stage I'm currently working on is to load up some animations in Sequencer and get them playing through in order similar to a real-world Tai Chi class. The idea is to link the sequencer to a widget, or what you might call an on-screen interface, to allow the player to run through a class similar in nature to the way a video playlist works, only with the added capabilities of a 3D engine. For this beginner's level, it means a basic template, but this is something we can add to and customize, offering more advanced options for the seasoned student. Sequencer also offers us the ability to present tutorials on certain aspects of the training, just like in a real-world class interacting with the teacher. Players can find quests or study more esoteric aspects rather than just learning the physical moves, for example exploring Taoist philosophy or the basic principles of traditional Chinese medicine. The next stage is moving on from the temple to the more advanced training areas. So although there is art here, it's more like a white box level that needs more work, although it does give you some idea of the intended art style. So at first I couldn't think of a good way to join these two builds together, so what I've done for now is just using this little teleporter, which literally allows you to jump into the next level. Right there in the distance there, that's where we just were. So we're still on the same level. So this will be the more advanced training area for more experienced students who will progress through several levels, each on a different floating island. We will be using Sequencer again here to firstly allow a more programmable experience so that a user can choose what to do, more tailored to their own interests on a particular day. They'll be able to view the models from different angles by switching to different cameras, and speed up or slow down animations and zoom in on particular moves or certain parts of the body.